Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. We have the identity of the person who bought Jeffrey Epstein's New York City home. This
wasn't either of us.
Piece of garbage. Well, not really. Let's see. Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Monopoly is getting a quote-unquote woke makeover. I'm not sure about that, but we'll talk about it. Kanye is now the richest black man in history.
Wow.
That's a big, in American history, I should say. That's a big title. Big title. The NFT Fart, Biden versus the Stairs, and this old Frankie C is Frankie C does some home improvements that he's going to share with us momentarily. Episode brought to you by our good pals over at Hero Soap Company. Link in the description below. I think we have another sponsor coming on soon, but we have to hammer out all the details. Yeah,
Who is it?
They sent me their product. It's very good. We have to hammer out the details, but
send them to me.
I will. You're going to be in charge of product development with the new sponsor.
Cool.
Link in the description below on Hero Soap Company. Order up some soap. It supports both the veterans, the soap company, and this very podcast. So we talked about this for so long. This Epstein house, it was on the market for $88 million, Frankie C. We're like, who's the piece of crap that's going to buy this thing? It's Michael D. Daffy.
That jerk?
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
He is a former Goldman Sachs executive who is moving to New York from London and plans to actually live in the house with his wife.
I hope they're doing some remodeling or something. Does it say he paid $88 million for it?
He did not. Okay. And it just goes to show you there's the 40-room estate in the city there.
Okay, I understand, you know that it's a big house, it's a mansion, but how big of a crazy front door do you need? You're not hiding King Kong back there.
This to me looks like who did the first Batman? What's his name?
The first Batman?
Who's the crazy eccentric director there?
Tim Burton?
Tim Burton. This looks like they let Tim Burton design the front door. It's got that lion on the top,
Is that like a classic door knocker, like from Scrooge?
Well, it looks like it a little bit. All right. Anyway, this is what he plans on doing. They do plan on, I'm going to tell you the price, what he paid in a second. So throw your guesses together.
I'll guess 65 mil.
That's your guess?
That's my guess.
Okay. 40-room place in New York City.
40 rooms?
40 rooms in there. I know.
What are you doing with 40? Just you and your wife, 40 rooms.
They are, right? They are planning a complete makeover, both physically and spiritually, they say. Which you're going to need it. You're
going to need some priests go through that house.
Priests, rabbis.
Whatever you can get.
Just, if I'm this guy, I go, I need you to look up every religion and who the priest person is and get them in here.
I would get one of, those helicopters that drop water on forest fires?
Right.
Fill that with holy water. Drop it on the house. That's the only way. That's to even come close.
Holy water and some sort of sanitizer. I think both. You need a couple helicopters.
You got to get one of those like crime scene, just to go through that place and clean it out. Like do a deep clean,
Yeah, you do.
Just get the evil out of that house if you're keeping it the way it is. But it looks like what they're renovating.
They're going to renovate the whole thing. They said, guys from Australia originally, lives in London now, moving to New York. He's recently retired from Goldman Sachs. Supposedly he made a killing in not only his Goldman Sachs dealings, but also in Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
So kind of like the height of it all, where New York City real estate is on the lull. You have the Epstein angle, which brings the price down, and Bitcoin's never been valued higher.
What did he pay? $1.50 for this house?
No, you're not too far off, but you're off with your guess.
I didn't think I was like Price is Right on the money.
No. Daffy says that he's never been in the home nor ever met its owner, which is kind of a funny question to have to answer, but given the circumstances.
What you get.
Yeah. basically. Top brokers tell the New York Post that the price is a steal, considering that any similar Manhattan property that didn't have a connection to Epstein could have easily right now, even in the current market, fetched $100 million. So this similar property, $100 million, they had it listed for $88 million, and they couldn't even get that because of Epstein. But
what do you do? 70?
Again, lower.
What's the number? Give me a number. Lower. I said 65, so it's lower than that.
Again, though, even though it's a steal, like you're talking about comparing, forgetting everything that you know took place in that versus savings. Like that's the seesaw battle here. I still don't know if there's, even if you said
I would never be comfortable in that house.
Right. If I said to you, Frankie C, you could buy this for $1.
Nope.
I mean,
I'd buy it for $1 and bulldoze it because that's that's worth it then for $1, and then you just bulldoze. That's fine.
I guess so. I don't think they're bulldozing it. I don't even know if you can, but
yeah, it's part of a big complex, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's like if there's any historical significance.
And if you just gut it, maybe they can gut it.
Maybe that's it. Like, but you gotta gut it. Like, this isn't just a.
Hey, with all he's saving on it, maybe he can afford to just gut the whole thing.
It sounds like it. But like I said, this isn't a throw some paint on it and change the floors thing. You gotta go down to the studs.
You gotta rip it out. Yeah. Everything.
Rip it and rip it good.
Word.
One of the brokers that was trying to sell the property says it's 28,000 square feet. That's less than, I don't want to tell you the value just yet, but he says that this was an absolute steal. He said,
I don't know.
Len said, we offered it to a lot of people who said we don't want to go near that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to adjoining wall.
I know.
I don't want to be the neighbor.
I know.
God.
It's so strange. Sources say that none of Epstein's old possessions are in the house. So it's completely empty.
Yeah, but even like, the cover over like the outlets, you got to change you got to rip out everything.
You got to go down to the studs. You have to go down to
drywall,
the studs.
Lighting fixtures, everything's out.
What's interesting though is that like we had that story of like they had like cameras and everything. So, but like even like the wiring and you know what I'm saying? Like there are still, even though all his stuff is out of there, I feel like it's still there because of the way everything was like situated and the cameras and
it's bad mojo. In that place. No good. You know what's going on? What went on in there? That's no good. That's a ruined place.
I can almost even understand, if I'm going to try and be the most understanding I can be, I can understand buying it and renovating it so that like 10, 15, 20 years from now, when everything kind of calms down and people forget and there's like new millionaires, somebody would buy it and you would just make a ton of money. You know, what it would appreciate back up to in 20 years, it would be well worth it for you. But going there and living in it is something that I can't. It's a little hard to like wrap my head around.
He should buy it and turn it into like a shelter or something positive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know with that. I'll tell you what the price was after our hero soap read. Proud sponsor of the show. So good. Best soap I've ever had. There's nothing bad in here whatsoever. High quality essential oils, real liquid goat's milk, natural colorants, palm and coconut. They make their soaps without any garbage that's in most of the big major national brands, Frankie C. It smells amazing. It's because it's all natural. Comes in this nice little packaging so it doesn't get wet when you ship it. In case your delivery man leaves it outside in the pouring rain. They've thought of everything. And when you buy one of these, they send a bar over to the troops. Which, again, you buy one of these with the link in the description below. You're not only supporting our podcast and a veteran-owned business, but the very people that are fighting for your freedoms here in the United States of America.
It's a wonderful investment.
So grab that right now. Link in the description below. Also got a couple of questions about this last time. I guess I haven't shown this off in a while. It's an Anthony on Air mug right there. It's part of our merch line. Link in the description, no matter where you're watching and or listening from. So click on that and grab some merch. We got some shirts and hats and masks and pillows and everything. There's all kinds of merch.
We got it.
And you buy some merch, you're also supporting the show here.
Merch it up, people.
So not 65. You want to make a last guess?
I mean, you're saying it's lower. I'd say
valued at 100 million, listed for 88 million. Last guess, Frankie C.
Lower than 65. I'll go 51.
Holy shit. You hit it on the head. Did you look it up?
No, I swear I didn't.
$51 million.
I was going to say 50, but then I went, let me go odd. Let me go a little off. 51. That's funny.
$51 million is what it sold for.
So that at least they could go, well, it's not exactly half what we asked.
Yeah. But it's literally 37 million off of ask. I mean, when does that ever happen? Ever?
In this case.
Like almost never. Like you've never heard.
Nah, I don't want to.
Imagine that story. Like you walk in, you roll on into the yacht club and be like, I told him you knocked 37 million off the top of that and I'll go take it today.
I mean, unless you're dealing in billions, 37 million, that seems reasonable to knock off. But this is like a third of almost half the price.
It's basically half off when you think about that the similar properties are going to be listed for 100 mil. It's half off.
I could see them gutting it, flipping it, and selling it for what the asking is.
Yeah. Last little Ghislaine Maxwell update too here. The judge in her case, federal judge, U.S. District Judge Allison J. Nathan, issued a ruling on redactions that Maxwell had asked for regarding transcripts the government filed under seal last month. She said that she's going to keep some of these things under seal. So actually, Ghislaine won one for once. Some of the details are going to be kept quiet. And basically, her thought process behind this is that it's too sensational and impure, and actually would distract from the case, and so that's what she's saying. So
hey, must be juicy stuff.
Yeah, smidge of an update right there. Moving right along because we got a ton of topics tonight. Justice League. The Zack Snyder cut. Let's talk about this.
So I didn't see. I jumped ship after Batman vs Superman after that disaster. I didn't watch. I watched Aquaman, but I didn't see the Justice League, the original.
I actually didn't see Aquaman. So I love the Marvel movies, but I am a hardcore Superman guy. I'm Superman to my.
Marvel's got DC. I love Superman. I love Batman. Batman is one of the greatest superheroes in my opinion, but Marvel's got everybody beat, man.
Right now, they're kings of the hill. It's not even close.
Unbelievable.
They're ruling the game. So, Justice League was supposed to be the answer to the Marvel franchises because Marvel took Iron Man, made one movie, and then unfolded that little piece of paper into this huge world map of like, here are, how many, what is it, like 27 movies now, I think?
It's unstoppable. I don't know. It's a lot of movies. It's a ton.
Yeah. It's like 22 or 27. It's on Disney Plus. It's WandaVision.
Cartoons. There's everything.
And they're, what's it, Winter Soldier? What is it, D? Winter Soldier or whatever?
And the Falcon.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
They're not stopping. There's more coming out.
Oh, tons.
New Doctor Strange is coming out.
Right. So this was supposed to be DC's, who's the other comic book company from Marvel. This was supposed to be their answer to this. They would have the Batman movie. They would have the Superman movie.
Wonder Woman,
Aquaman. But it would all be Justice League would be the thing that is like the Avengers that would put them all together in the universe. But that was
what, 2 years ago?
So here's what happens. They hire Zack Snyder to make this movie, and then he makes the movie, and I forget what it was. This was right around the Me Too time. I don't think there was allegations against him, but like something like he was, I could be wrong. It doesn't even matter. It's insignificant. But it was something like he was just screaming at people, and Then he had to leave because something happened with his mother. We never really got the full story. It was this mess. He gets fired off the project basically, and they bring in Josh Whedon to finish the project. And it was during this time where they looked at everything that he was shooting, and they're like, we're trying to sell backpacks and T-shirts here, and this guy's off making a serious movie. And so they bring in this Josh, and he comes in and he makes it all with the light humor and the jokes and kid friendly. And then the movie comes out and it's a pile of heaping crap. Nobody likes it. It gets panned, whatever. So realizing the error of their ways, all this time passes. HBO, Warner Brothers, who has now HBO Max and the streaming services, the pandemic, everything else, we all see how important that is. Now they're scrambling for content. And they realize that in their vault lays this original material that they have that people have been sort of asking for, because as soon as the movie came out and tanked, Snyder was like, I told you so. And by the way, the one that I made was 1 billion times better than that. So this ignites this fire on the internet of like, what could he possibly have done? Like, what does he have? And so sure enough, the internet, the pressure built and built and built, again, combined with we need material for everything. And HBO, Warner Brothers decides to go back to him and say, do you want to go and finish the movie that you started making, and we'll put it out on HBO Max? And he goes, I absolutely would. Thank you very much. Finish that paycheck off and we'll make this happen. So they do.
Zeros.
Exactly. Add a couple zeros. They put out the trailer 2-3 weeks ago, whenever that was. The internet lit on fire, and it came out just last night. And I tried not to read too much, but people are losing their minds over how monumentally better this version of the film is over the original.
Did Zack Snyder have anything to do with Batman vs. Superman?
I don't remember which one he's done, but he's done some other ones.
Because that was a pile of garbage.
But here was the problem with the movie. They put too much information, too much stuff into this like 2.5 hour long movie.
Yeah.
Guess how long Snyder's cut is?
Isn't it like 4 hours or something? 4
hours. It is 4 hours long. I cannot wait.
That is my whole afternoon.
Oh my goodness. But so now I haven't seen a lick of this other than what they released in the trailer. And already I can tell you they changed, because one of the main villains is all CGI generated, and they changed it so it wouldn't be as scary for the little kids. So
they like smoothed them out, and
he changed it back, and just because that was one of the first things that I'm watching the movie, and this guy comes out on screen, and I go,
Steppenwolf, I think his name.
Steppenwolf is, yeah. I'm like, this guy's really odd looking. He's not scary. He's kind of like jokey looking. Like I don't even get it.
Yeah.
And then you see what he's got, and then he's got like a really scary person. Because nothing against the kids, but the time of children and comic book movies is over. These movies are for teenagers and
adults. So that's what we're all into it. We're all into the the Marvel stuff and the DC world. It's what it is. And
these asshole TV executives think that it's still like the 6-year-olds. And that might be true. 6-year-olds do sell backpacks and lunch pails and stuff. But lunch pails, how old am I? What year is this?
Thermoses.
They'll sell the McDonald's Happy Meal toys. They do still do all that. That's very, very true. But the age group of this genre has moved on, and that's where you need to be focused. And this is my favorite thing in the world to criticize is entertainment executives, because they're the last people that should be making these decisions, yet they're all fucking in charge of it. They didn't know what the hell they were doing, and they got rid of this guy, and he is going to make and made, by all accounts so far, the reviews, a better movie. Like, I wish these people would just stay the hell out of it. You know?
Oh, absolutely. That's why you have a director. That's why you have these people. It's their vision of the movie.
Do you want to know? Now we know all the stuff about him, but you want to know why Harvey Weinstein was praised in the beginning.
Why?
Because he went and found talented people like Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino, and he gave them a bunch of money, and he said, go do your thing. Go make your art. And he stayed out of their way. And that's what you got to do with these people, that yet all these guys with their suits and their grand ideas think that they're smarter than the actual creatives, and they mess around. And
too many chefs, man. You can't.
Yeah.
Let the guy work. Let him do his job.
Let him do his thing. You could have caught up to Marvel, and now who knows if you ever will, even with this. But 4 hours, that's a big investment.
That's a journey. That's a
big investment.
I don't know. That's like Lord of the Rings time. That's The Irishman, right? Is The Irishman to it? No, Irishman's like 3.5 hours.
I think The Irishman is 3.5 hours.
Yeah. This is longer than The Irishman.
He watched the Irishman and said, Marty, hold my beer.
Right? Oh my God. But at least, hey, it's action. It's not going to be a drama or a love story. This is a superhero movie. 4 hours. We could probably handle it.
Yeah, because nobody's ever really nailed down Superman. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true. I mean, the first with what's his name? Reeves.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on his first name?
Christopher Reeves.
Mm-hmm. With the first couple of Superman, that was the bar.
Right.
And then it kind of, after that we're like, okay. But since then, I mean, then you got the one with Kevin Spacey, and that was a train wreck.
That was a rough one.
Then you got Batman versus Superman, another train wreck.
Actually, see, I didn't mind that one too much, but again, I felt like they
forced a lot of it, and the
story
was terrible.
But
it was like, all right, Batman stopped beating up Superman because their mothers have the same name.
I know.
The hell is that?
I know.
Who thought of that?
In Jay and Silent Bob reboot, they make fun of that. That's one of the funnier moments in the movie.
I remember sitting in the movie theater and watching that movie. I went, nope, this is stupid. Yeah, my wife is right there going, yep, you did.
But Man of Steel was really good, and that was Zack Snyder. I thought Man of Steel was...
Yeah, Man of Steel was fine. That was good.
It was a good way to do the Superman story.
I don't like... I mean, yeah, but what's his name as Lex Luthor that was stupid, too. That was a bad casting choice.
Oh, yeah, the Zuckerberg Facebook kid.
Right. I mean, come on. Give me someone I'm going to be scared of. You got to have a villain, not some kid.
Yeah.
You got it. Lex Luthor should be an intimidating guy.
I didn't hate that one. I didn't hate that.
He was too over the top, and he's drooling from the mouth, like, oh, like he's a crazy person in the jail cell. It's like, relax, dude. You're not nothing. This is unearned, that anger and ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to you that made you hate Superman this much. Like, what did he do to you? There was no story with that.
See, you know what I think the problem with Superman is? It's a 1950s story that they keep trying to modernize, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, but look at Marvel. Marvel's old stories, old comic books.
I know, but all that
decades
stuff,
ago.
Iron Man, Batman, even the more technology modernizes, though it lends to those stories. Whereas Superman, there's no technology.
The reporter.
It's such an old school story. You got to just make that movie set in the 50s, and you might actually have a great movie on your hands.
Yeah, they did it. Wonder Woman, they made it set in the 40s, I think, with the first one.
Oh, was it? I don't know. The second one was in the 80s, and that stunk.
It was during one of the World Wars. I don't remember which one they set it in, but
yeah.
They were, it was during the wars, and that was cool.
This last Wonder Woman, I liked it. I
didn't see it.
It's faded on me as time has passed since I watched it. I'm like not liking it even more because it's all based on wishes.
Oh, goody!
It's a little rough.
Come on, man.
It's a little rough.
These comic books were so great, and the movies, they're just cherry picking the worst stuff. Just Give us Superman fighting the villains and give us the action. Give us a good story. That's what we're missing, is the good story. I mean, how many times can I see Bruce Wayne's parents get murdered in an alley? We've seen it a million times. Maybe gloss over that in the beginning and then get on with the story. I mean,
Well,
the whole thing.
they had to do it in Batman versus Superman because it became the crux of it was the turning point in the story. They had to do it.
No, the turning point was when Superman destroyed Wayne Tower and and everything was crumbled and Batman looks up at him like, I'm gonna get you.
That was that was great. But
that's why he hated Superman.
But if they didn't, but if he doesn't, that's what makes him stop. They have to show you her name so that when they get to that scene, he can stop.
So we all remember.
Yeah.
Their mothers share the same name, so now I love you.
All right, Monopoly, my friend. 85 years of Monopoly, and they are making a change to it.
Let me just say, Monopoly's been around 85 years. I don't think I've ever completed a game of Monopoly in my life. I think
really,
once you get going, you start playing. After a while, you all just kind of look at each other and go, "All right, I'm gonna do something else. I'm good to stop."
I love Monopoly.
I love it too, but
it's my favorite game.
There's just no end. So after a while, you're like, "All right, how many times can I go around this board?" We've been playing for 4 hours now. I can't do this. Isn't a Zack Snyder movie.
I feel like every game of Monopoly I ever won was because the other person was like, exactly that. I can't take this anymore. And I'd be like,
that's the only way to win Monopoly. The other guy gives up.
I feel like a Coke addict. I'm like, come on, man, one more line. Let's just one more roll around the dice. Come on, let's do it.
Come on. You're right by Park Place.
Yeah.
You could collect $200. You go around.
Yeah.
See, that should increase over time. The $200 should, just like life, cost of living. You should get another $100 and then another 100.
You want cost of living raises in Monopoly?
What? I got to pay a luxury tax?
Well, the conservatives are going to have a problem with that one there, Frankie.
And why is parking free? Parking's not free. What?
Not New York, it ain't. Yeah, you're right.
There should be meters on this board.
They're saying that this is a woke makeover. I don't know, though. I'm not so sure. Listen to what they're doing. They are updating 16 community chest cards.
Okay.
They say that they are featuring outdated prompts, such as winning a beauty contest.
Yeah.
Receiving a tax refund.
What's wrong with that?
Or the now rarely seen bank error in your favor.
Yeah, I've seen that. What's wrong with those?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with them per se. We still have
they're just
all those
outdated.
things.
Yeah, we have those things. I mean, bank errors maybe a little, not as many.
Not as
guess.
many.
It's all computerized.
Yeah.
But what was the other one? Tax refunds.
Tax refunds you still get. I mean, maybe not
every year. Sometimes.
Maybe not as many. Thanks a lot, Trump.
It's going to be like what, pandemic relief check.
No? Stimulus. You get a
stimulus check.
Yeah. In their place, more contemporary cards that evoke community service and social awareness.
So it's gonna be like, you're an influencer. Here's a check for $200.
They say shopping local all week, or rescuing a shelter pet, or helping tend the community garden.
Community garden?
I don't know. Yeah.
Who has a community garden?
Oh, people have community gardens.
But is it like your garden? You get or like your own plot?
Yeah, you go. Like they have a whole thing. Yeah,
no, I get that.
You get a little square.
Right,
yeah.
That I get. But that's your garden.
Right? No, but it's a community. It's a community garden.
Yeah, but nobody could take from your plot, right?
But you don't pay anything, I don't think. I think the community just is like, this is an abandoned lot. Let's make a garden here. Everybody can come and get their little thing and then grow vegetables, and it'll look nice, and they'll see each other and say hi. And
so it being for the community is basically just because first come, first serve on the plot, and it looks nice.
Yeah. I mean, they do it in a lot of places, community gardens.
No, I've heard of it. I just, I didn't really get the whole, I'm growing my stuff. It's not for the community. Growing my own stuff. All right, go ahead. Let's move on. So Monopoly.
So they're saying the world has changed a ton in 85 years since they've made any changes to the game, and that community is more important than ever. And they want the community chest cards to reflect that. Other scenarios include rewards for visiting with an elderly neighbor, patronizing a school bake sale, or donating blood.
Okay, I'm in. That's fine.
One may be even praised for being a good friend, video chat them on a tough day, and you could call that friend later to get out of jail free.
That's kind of funny. You have to video chat with them and become good friends, and then they'll get you out of jail.
According to this, it says players may also be penalized for acting out of selfishness, such as finding a lost wallet and keeping it, or hosting a party but failing to recycle the waste.
You made a racial slur, go directly to jail. That's going to be one of the cards.
You can vote on the cards now through April 9th in the Community Chest Challenge by going to monopolycommunitychest.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it still riding the railroad, or is it like, like the railroad spots, or is it like a...
No, it's a Tesla ride share now.
Is it a rocket ship to Mars now? Or like Elon Musk sending me to Mars?
Basically.
Right.
Can I tell you something? I feel like I'm a progressive guy. I'm a tech guy. I like moving forward into the future.
Now?
I like tradition a little bit.
So play the old game. Who's stopping you?
Nobody is, but I feel like...
So quit you complaining. Big deal. Games have to move ahead with the times like anything else. Fashion,
do they though?
Everything moves forward. They're just trying to stay relevant. That's all.
I guess so, but here's my I agree with your philosophy, but I don't think that anybody... It's not
really philosophy.
I don't think that anybody is not... I don't think anybody goes to buy a Monopoly and then goes, I don't know, those community chess cards are so outdated. Never mind. I'll buy this more up-to-date board game. Do you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, sure. But like, if
it's a board game.
Right. But if you see that the board game is a little more modern and like it has YouTube stuff on it, maybe you as a parent could get your kids to play. If your kids were like 10 years old, something like that, 12, 15, maybe you can sit down and play with them, and you're not playing this old game with railroad stations and,
maybe.
Cop blowing a whistle at you.
But it's also kind of fun.
Go to
Do
jail.
that impression again, Frank. That's really... I feel bad for the listeners.
Tell me I didn't nail that.
You nailed it, my friend. If you're listening, you're losing out on the show right now because of Frank's little Monopoly cop impression.
Go to jail. I mean...
Shocking. I feel like I need a get out of jail free card when you do that. That's how authentic it is.
That's the guy. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I think it's you got to modernize it. Why not? I mean, if I'm the owner of Monopoly, I'm like, let's get rid of the wheelbarrow, the friggin' thimble, and let's put like cell phones and...
All right, well, there you go. What's more not modern than a friggin' thimble? I mean, who the hell...
Are they updating the pieces? Well, they update the pieces every now and then. I have one. I have a Monopoly board. It's got like a cruise ship in it and some other stuff.
Yeah, well, see, that's my point. I like the custom Monopolies, the Simpsons Monopoly and this Monopoly. And
this is classic Monopoly, but they updated it
right
a bunch, maybe 20 years ago, and there's like newer pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a steam, some kind of ship in one of them. There's like a... I don't know. I forget the other pieces, but they're different ones now. I mean, there's a guy riding a horse. Come on, that's you got to update that. Maybe put him on like a Vespa.
But see, that's my point. Like, I like all the custom ones, and you want to do Monopoly 2000 and make it all like futuristic and whatever. I'm fine with all that, but the classic game, keep that a classic.
No one's stopping you from playing the classic game.
Yeah.
Are they going to stop making the classic version?
It sounds like it. It sounds like this is going to be the new standard version moving forward.
So then the old one, it'll be a collector's item. You can hang on to it. Are they going to update what the money looks like? There shouldn't even be money. You should just get like a credit card or something, and it's just you see your total add up. It should
Yeah,
be electronic.
it should be.
You shouldn't. Who's handling bills anymore? I should just.
Well, not in the pandemic. So that's what it looks like. So you get to like vote. Two cards come
Oh,
up,
you pick. All right.
and then you get to pick which one. The two cards that came up for me is you find a wallet on the sidewalk and decide not to return it, go to jail, directly to jail, or blasting music late at night. Your neighbors do not approve. Go to jail, go directly to jail.
Go to jail for blasting music. I wouldn't vote for that one.
That's kind of cheesy. All right, here's the next two.
I'd say maybe a fine, but
You graciously host a group of international students. They appreciate the home cooking.
Nice.
These are so out of left field.
What's the other one?
For each house you own, you get paid. For each hotel you own, you get paid. The other one is you should have volunteered for that home improvement project. You would have learned valuable skills. For each house you own, pay X amount of money.
Haha. That's not bad.
Who wants to volunteer for the home improvement project?
No, so that you could fix up your own house and not hire people to do it. That's why you have to pay, because you're hiring people to do your electric where you could have done it yourself.
You volunteer as a homework helper and you learn some stuff too. Collect $100.
Okay.
And the other one is you spend the day playing games with kids at a local children's hospital. Collect $100. That's
Can
nice.
people do that? Can you actually? You can't just walk into a hospital and go, "I want to play games with kids."
You walk into a hospital and you go, "I'm here to play with the kids." They're gonna tackle you and cart you off.
That's not gonna work. Don't do that. Maybe phone ahead first. Guys, listen. What's your policy on coming down there and playing board games with kids? We don't want you.
Yeah, I feel like any hospital would hang up on that person immediately. Sadly, in this state of
This isn't Patch Adams. We're not. You're not Robin Williams. You get out of here. What are you doing?
He can't be nice anymore. I guess it's great, but I don't know. I love the old school feel. It's a board game. There could be updates everywhere, but a board game is by definition an old school way of family entertainment.
That's not the definition of a board game.
Yes, it is.
There are new board games.
No, there aren't. But I'm saying it's not
the
electronic.
Style of fun. It's a different thing. Yeah. Well, there are electronic board games.
Yeah, Mall Madness. I used to kill it.
Oh, let's play Mall Madness. We should do an episode where we each play. Like we play a board game.
That might be the best idea you've ever had.
I'm out.
I used to kill at mall because I had my cousin was a girl. She was a year older than me, so like everything that she had, like we had to play her stuff because she was dominating. So
right.
I had no choice in the matter. So I had to learn. Those were my mean streets. I had to learn the tough streets of the Mall Madness world.
Yeah, that's how you learn about life. Not from many people thought it was from the game of life.
No,
Mall Madness.
It was Mall Madness. But Mall Madness at the time, kids, was the coolest thing ever because you had to actually slide the credit card and it actually beeped and worked and whatever. I can't remember what it did, but it was amazing.
Now you got a chip and they just scan it real quick. That's all.
Yeah.
But Mall Madness was good. But what was it? I was playing Candyland. I don't know if I ever told you this. A while ago with my nieces. I was playing Candyland with my niece. She was at the time like 7 or 8 or something. She beat me 8 out of 9 times.
Really?
She kept getting the friggin' lollipop card, and it shot her to the end of the board.
She was running up the Candyland score on you?
She got me every time. I don't know how she pulled that card. You pull that card, it shoots you right to the end of the board, and you're done with the game.
All right, just in time, our board game expert has joined us. Jay Sabs is here. What up, Jay Sabs?
Jay Sabs.
Well, you know the game that I brought to your house last time and I forgot to take out of my car is called That's What She Said. I know.
We both made the same thing.
Do you have it with you?
It's still in my car.
We got to play that.
Yeah, I know.
So we were saying before that we should play a board game on one of our episodes, the 3 of us.
Okay, can we play Cards Against Humanity? Because that's the only one I'm actually good at.
I'm sure there are other games you're good at.
I know that's hugely popular. I don't know what that game is.
What? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Is that the one
Hello,
where
how old are you?
you make up like you pull one card and then you pull the other? I don't know how to play
You
it.
gotta, yeah, it's like a matching game sort of, and you get a bunch of cards in your hand, and you gotta match it with the judge, like the main person that's going.
Janine is so disappointed in me. So disappointed.
But it's like dirty.
Questioning
it's like
our
really
friendship
dirty.
right now.
Mm.
Of course, we played it at one of my Christmas parties at work, and it was. I'll just say this.
Wait, let me guess. The HR meeting afterwards was epic.
They were like, Janine, and I'm like, okay, I'll coming in.
Does your like HR person like? Are they like just like an empty desk? Is there an actual person?
No, we actually outsourced a HR company.
All right, go back to what you were going to say about the party.
Okay, so I would organize. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back here. Okay, I would organize the best Christmas parties. Like, you know how like the Office Christmas parties were?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's how I did them. Like the actual Office, the show.
So
like,
booze and decorations and photocopying in your rear end.
Moroccan Christmas, Morocco Christmas. That's like one of the best lines ever. So because
we would have it in the office, in the warehouse. I would decorate the warehouse like a winter wonderland. And one year I said, let's play Cards Against Humanity. Now, there wasn't that many of us. It was, I think, 12 people in total.
That's a lot for that game.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for an office, like, that's pretty small. Gotcha. Yeah. And one of them was this 72-year-old man named Pete.
Old man Pete.
I'm going to tell you something about him. He should write a book about his life. He was at the original, like a real Wall Street. He was written up about in, like, you know, Wall Street Journal and whatever.
Positively or negatively?
Positively.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I want him to watch this. He won't, though.
So he played Cards Against Humanity.
The cards that I made, because I'm an asshole, I pulled specific cards for specific people.
So you cheated.
I definitely did.
Okay.
And just because he had to read them out loud. Yeah. No. Okay.
Oh my God.
Poor old man
Hysterical.
What was an example? What was the one thing that sticks out in your mind?
I can't even say it.
Clean it up as best you can.
No, don't clean it up.
All right, then don't clean it up.
It was my kitty smells like, and then he would put
everybody has to go.
Yes.
And pick a card that matches.
But he didn't say kitty. He said the real.
Oh, yes, he did.
What you did to this old man.
Oh, forget about it. Because I would just ruin him every single day. I would just ruin him.
I think that's a game we could play over this on this podcast.
We could.
That sounds like it would be a fun game to play, Cards Against Humanity. Yeah.
The thing about Cards Against Humanity is there's just not one version. There's many versions. So it's like if you ordered online and I ordered online, we're not going to get the same cards, which is why it's so great.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Ooh, what happened over here?
So we could all get cards, and could we all play like this, like not in the same place? Or no, you got to be together?
You got to be in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah, because the person going has to read what cards you put in.
Maybe we should do a game night one night. Would that be a fun thing to do? Like every now and then we'll do like a game night?
Like with our friends or here?
On this thing?
On like online. Like could we do a show? A game night / show?
I think if we're all sitting literally at the same table and we set up just like this with one camera each on us and we're playing, I think that would work.
Like the 70s show, basically.
We could have other people there. Like we could have other friends there, but they just won't be on camera.
They'd run it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can be if they want to be, but if they don't want to be, they don't have to be.
We should get those.
You've really never played this game. You've really never played this game.
I don't think I've ever. No, never played it.
We should get those cameras that you hook up to yourselves, and they're right in front of you the whole time.
Oh, those make me sick. Though when they move around, I hate that.
Yeah, but they're funny to see people's faces when they're acting all goofy.
Ugh.
Speaking of acting all goofy, Kanye West is the richest black man in the history of America. Congratulations.
Wow, is he?
Yeah. According to People, his net worth, anybody want to take a guess?
Oh, God.
I will say.
Frank's been on fire, by the way. He guessed Epstein's home value, and I forget the other.
He Googled it.
No, I swear I didn't.
He says he didn't.
I swear I didn't. For Kanye, I will say.
Oh, I'm frozen in not such a good face.
800 million.
Wow. Okay, Janine?
I would say 1.5 billion.
Let's just analyze Frank's guess for a second. Because in the last year alone, or 2 years, Dr. Dre is valued at over $1 billion.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Jay-Z is valued at over $1 billion.
I did not know that. Okay. So I'm going to read...
3 billion.
I'll say 10 bill.
Can you skip over to the hip-hop side of Spotify for just 5 minutes for once in your life, Frank? And
I don't even go to Spotify. I don't even use Spotify.
What? What are you even doing?
I bet you Frank still puts
YouTube.
CDs in a machine.
He still uses Napster.
No, I never use Napster. Why do I never use Napster?
Because Metallica was against it. That's right.
He was like, he definitely had one of those fuck Napster shirts.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Really. Yeah, you definitely did.
I swear I didn't.
Next podcast, you better be wearing that.
I don't have that.
Your guess
I'll say 10 billion.
You're just atrocious. $6 billion.
I was close with 10.
10 billion's insane. That's like Warren Buffett insane money.
6 billion's not insane.
Yeah, but I mean, Kanye, God bless his soul, he's not a stock guy or didn't invent a crazy new technology. I mean, he's
just rapped.
He built this empire off of music and fashion. That's impressive. I mean, it's a lot of money for just those two things.
What's that really, really dumb song that he sang? Oh, it's one of his songs, obviously.
Did he do like a Poopy Scoop song?
Yeah,
remember that?
Poopity scoop, scoopity poop.
That was bad.
Can't.
Stupid. Do you have to be?
Someone tried to convince me that he was a genius.
That was me.
He's made a lot of money. A few people, not just you. And I was like, here's the evidence. But it could be seen both ways. He's a genius because this song exists. And he's also not a genius because this song exists. He's a genius because he could do anything and people would buy it.
Exactly.
Which is kind of insulting.
Poopy Scoop is the drum sound on Saint Anger, Frank. That's the day. We all have a bad day. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, look at his face. Oh, he's getting internally angry.
Yeah, because that's embarrassing for Metallica.
Everybody loses they turn down the drums a little bit. Everybody loses their minds.
$6.6 billion. This was after he first appeared on Forbes' annual billionaire list at a mere $1.3 billion.
Chump change.
By the way, he said he was worth $3 billion, and Forbes was like, "You're worth $1.3 billion." And now we go to find out he's actually worth $6.6 billion.
So how do we know any of this? How do we know?
They just calculate all his stuff. He's got. You want to go through some of his things?
Sure.
He's got full ownership and creative control over Yeezy, but also has a partnership deal with Adidas. He also put together a deal with Gap. He signed a 10-year deal with Gap in June of 2020. Bloomberg notes that the value of that particular partnership could be worth as much as $970 million.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Seems
could you
like
just
enough.
imagine that?
In addition to that and the Yeezy brand, he has reportedly $122 million in cash and stock, $110 million from his music catalog, $1.7 billion in other assets, including his stake in his estranged wife Kim Kardashian's Skims line. And he joined Robert F. Smith as the only two black businessmen with a net worth of at least $6 billion. $6.6 billion
Hey.
for Kanye.
Good for him.
Good for him is right.
Poopity scoop. Poopity
What a-
doopity scoop.
I can't with that. Can't do it. Can't be done.
Speaking
Genius.
of poopity scoop and can't, remember when we talked about NFTs? Does anybody remember
No.
what that stood for?
Oh, it was
No.
like fugiling or something. What was it?
Non-fungible tokens.
Fungible.
That's right. Non-fungible tokens, these are the things that we were talking about, like a print of an art piece or a highlight
What is
reel
or is not funge-worthy.
for the NBA. Yeah, these are instead of actually buying physical things like a baseball card, you would buy somebody's highlight or buy a picture of a baseball player online. Blockchain would keep track of they would have a specific serial number to it, and that's what a non-fungible token was. We talked about how these things are selling like crazy, and $200,000 for this and millions of dollars for that and all this crazy stuff. Non-fungible tokens blowing up. A guy in Brooklyn literally sold his fart as a non-fungible token.
I'm out. Can't do it. What is going on in this world?
Was his first name Nicholas?
You know that I believe.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's your
right,
brother.
exactly.
Your brother should be upset though that this guy beat him to it. Alex Ramirez Malice, 36, said that he put his fart up for sale, and it sold for $85.
This is so depressing.
If you text that to Nick in the group chat, I think he's going to be a little upset.
Yeah.
He is.
So he sold a fart for $85.
Could you just imagine?
Well, this is like the days of.
There he is. Don't you want to own this guy's fart?
No, definitely not.
Still, like this is like the days of eBay when people were selling like their socks and stuff, and like used underwear, and
Yep.
you know, this is the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But $85, someone.
Yeah, the old days of that. Oh, the old days of people selling their underwear. Right. What?
No, but like, you know, just some schmuck selling his underwear, not like, you know, hot, attractive people.
No,
Not that it makes it any better.
I feel like
I like how you pointed to yourself, Frank, when you said that.
No,
like
I wasn't pointing. I was doing.
You
this.
were like hot, attractive.
I was doing.
people,
I was
right
doing
here.
this.
Hot,
Talking with my hands.
hot.
I feel like we've talked about this before, but we knew somebody, a guy who sold his socks on eBay, and like,
What did he get? I remember that. What did he get for that?
I don't know what he got for it, but he did fairly well. I just like the image that he showed me of just his socks. It's still burned in my. I could still see it. Still burned in my
Really?
brain. Oh, yeah.
Used socks, right?
Used socks. Male.
Was this guy on the larger side?
Yeah.
You know who it is.
Oh, are you kidding me? Someone bought his socks.
Apparently, quite often. I don't know.
No.
He sold more than one pair.
I think so. Yeah, I feel like he was doing well for a little while there.
Could you just that's someone's fetish. Like they definitely masturbated into that sock.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I would feel bad. Like I would feel bad for my sock. Like putting in my socks in the box to ship it. I would look at those socks and go, I do not envy you what you're about to go through. Goodbye.
Well, not
I
if you
would
got
feel
paid
bad.
$75 for them.
I kind of feel bad for the socks. Like you're off to a
150?
horrible life. You're not going to enjoy where you're going.
Do you want to hear this guy talk? It's kind of funny. My buddy Fred played this for me, and I thought it was kind of hilarious. We'll pick it up in the middle because it doesn't matter.
This is the fart guy.
If I were to try and sell a piece of paper that said fart, people would very likely call it ridiculous. But now in the context of NFTs, people are dying to buy these things that aren't pieces of art themselves. They're just signifiers. It's like a provenance. It doesn't actually contain anything. So I can just click a few buttons and say, this fart is for sale, and somebody can buy it.
Do you think NFTs, is this like a sign of the end times of something? I mean, is this like late
That is a
stage
fantastic
capitalism?
question.
We'll finally have to, you know, rebirth the economic model and internet dialogue after this, or can it become more absurd from here?
Well, there's always room for absurdity, and there's definitely always room for farts.
Oh, God.
Well,
Oh
you know
my
what?
God.
You know what? He ain't wrong.
I feel like that might be a T-shirt. There's always room for absurdity, and there's always room for farts.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
However,
Does he ever?
I mean, the fact that this is where we are. Imagine our founding fathers just sitting around writing the Declaration of Independence and going, we're making this a free country so that one day someone might be able to sell a jar. Was it a jar of his fart?
It's a non-fungible token, so you're literally.
Oh, it's not even the fart. You're not even getting the fart.
There's nothing physical about it.
Frank's like, you're not even getting the fart. Then I'm off.
I thought at least you get an empty jar out of it.
By the way, I want to know what
dishwasher.
I want to know what I'm getting. Is this a day after a McDonald's fart, or is this like a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse fart?
Is this a nice broccoli fart?
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Maybe I'm totally getting this wrong, but one of our friends, didn't they bottle up one of their farts into a bottle and then make their girlfriend or wife smell it? Am I wrong here?
First of all,
it sounds like something that one of our friends would do.
That's a judgmental face you have on right now. There's nothing wrong with doing such a thing.
It's definitely not judgmental.
That's the ultimate test. It's the ultimate test if that girlfriend's stuck with him.
Yes.
Oh God, you know what? I think I know who it is now.
If that girl gets disgusted or pukes, then she's not for you.
It wasn't me. I didn't do that.
No, who was it? I don't know who. Somebody did that though. It does sound familiar.
Right? Doesn't that sound familiar?
Yeah.
It's either your brother or my brother. Who the hell else is it gonna be?
That's not saying much.
Excellent
maybe
point.
our brothers are very similar. You think?
Well, they
as far as the ass is concerned,
they right. both enjoy, the flatulent arts. How else can I put that?
It's true. It's true. But I'm saying, is there more value in a stinkier fart or, like you said, like a broccoli cheddar fart?
There has to be.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's non-fungible.
I know, but you still have to, like, even though these things are ridiculous, there's still the LeBron James slam dunks versus the seventh guy on the Dallas Mavericks slam dunk. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you get when you purchase this thing for $85? You get a token, like an online image?
Everything is different, whether it's a video or a print, a photo, or whatever it is.
So what did this guy get for buying a fart? What did he actually get?
I don't know. He got the fart. I don't know how the fart was necessarily delivered to him. I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, because if it's like an email, congratulations, you now own this fart.
But what's crazy is, what's insane is that now that this is a story, who knows what it's going to do to the value of this guy's flatulence.
Fart.
I could sort of understand though, like you get the video clip or whatever. At least that's something. It might not be like something you could hang on the wall, but at least you own footage. At least you own something.
No, wait. Is he farting or just explaining?
Okay, here it is. Okay, it is. It's even worse than I thought.
Oh, good.
It is a year's worth of fart audio clips.
How much is a year's worth? It's like 365 fart clips.
He began incubating in March of 2020 at the beginning of the lockdown. He and four of his friends began sharing recordings of their farts to a group chat.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So they're buying recordings of farts. That's something.
Yeah. On the 1 year anniversary. Yeah.
At least it's not like a gift certificate that says you now own a fart.
It's 50. He describes it as a 52-minute master collection audio file.
52 minutes.
You know what's going to happen, right? If you tell Nick, he's going to go and buy this.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, absolutely.
The top bid for the collection right now is at $183. There were
people bidding on this?
He is selling individual fart recordings for about $85 a pop. He sold one so far to an anonymous buyer. So he did sell one for $85, but there was a bid for $183 for the box set.
Oh my God.
The collector's edition. So now if we bought that, it's 52. We could one of our episodes could just be this 52-minute fart session.
You think we could make a 52-minute fart video?
I'm telling you right now, there are already people that are turning podcasts into NFTs and selling them. Yep. It's already happening.
So why can't we do that?
Anybody can watch this podcast or listen to it, but you could actually now, like, there are people that are like, well, you could actually buy it and you could own this podcast.
Does that mean when you buy it and own it, does that mean you can manipulate it and do whatever you want with it?
No, because it depends on what the deal is, because you can set the deal. So here's what they're doing in the music business. In the music business, they're selling, instead of selling an album anymore or an MP3, they're selling their music as an NFT, and they're putting in the contract specific deals. So, you know, if it reaches 100 million, whatever, they get paid more. Or if you buy it and then you sell it for a $50,000 profit in 100 years from now, you may still have to kick back 10% to the original band. It depends on what is in that sales agreement.
All right.
But they're finding ways to continue to profit and make money off of it, off of some of these things.
And you made fun of me for buying the sync thingy. At least I didn't buy a digital fart.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'll tell you what NFT I would buy. I would buy the NFT video of President Joe Biden versus the stairs.
Oh my God.
That was a trip.
Spoiler alert, the stairs win. I mean, the stairs go 3-0 in this little competition.
Although he runs up those last 5 steps.
Do you think his fake legs gave out on him?
His fake legs?
Yeah, he don't have real legs.
I think it was Bill Gates controlling the weather and blowing some wind his way that made him trip and lose his...
Probably what happened.
Yeah. So here it is.
Buttons.
In case you guys haven't seen it, here's President Joe Biden versus the stairs. Those Air Force One stairs can be... They could be...
They're carpeted.
Quite tricky.
There he goes up the stairs. Looks like he's doing all right. And then, whoop, there's one. There's two, and three.
And three. All right, wipe off the knee, and then he sprints up the last few steps. All right.
I'll show them.
All right, now you know I love clips of people falling, and I have to analyze this. Here's my favorite part about this. After the third fall, take note of how he checks the shoelace situation. He looked like, what's going on here? And then,
no, he wiped his knee. That looked like he wiped off his knee.
No. He looked down to see what was happening and why he kept falling.
I think it looked like he wiped off his leg. Like you can see his left hand. Hit his leg.
Okay, Joe.
I mean, there's a lot of things I thought would take this guy down. I didn't think it would be the stairs of Air Force One, but we almost lost a president today.
Hey, it's going to be a story for the next couple of days, and then we're all going to...
Until he falls again.
It'll probably be on Saturday Night Live.
These things, my God, I hope it is.
I don't know if it's new this weekend.
Oh, that would be the best.
I know.
This would be the skit that I would write. You remember when Justin Timberlake came out as the cup of soup and he sang the song "Bring It On Down to Omeleteville" and all that stuff, or the egg? You would have to have a full thing of stairs come out and be like a talking character.
What I would do is I would have Joe Biden constantly going up an escalator and just keep as he's giving a speech, he just keeps falling through like 8 minutes.
That's just so great. Here's the thing, Frank. You said this is going to, and it will fade, but we never forget these things. Who was the president that had the toilet paper stuck to his shoe? Do you remember that?
Oh, God.
Who was that? Was it W?
W? I think it was.
There's a slew of embarrassing moments that take place on these Air Force One steps.
Even when they're dead, look at Gerald Ford fell down the steps. He was walking with his wife. He got to the last 2-3 steps, and he just slid right down.
That's right, he did. Oh, it's so great. It is so great.
Hey, those carpeted steps. You know, what are you going to do?
No, I'm Googling toilet paper Air Force One. Because I remember.
I'm pretty sure it was W.
I just remember them walking up and just the toilet paper. Like, who doesn't? You got to have. But by the way, there's always a person. What do they call him? Like a bag man? Like that's in. I learned that from Veep. Right? There's always somebody.
Well, that's with the Veep.
Right.
We gotta get POTUS.
I don't know if there's a bag man for POTUS.
Well, we'll see.
No, it was Trump.
Oh, Trump had the toilet paper. Okay.
I thought it was W too.
That's right. It was Trump.
W
Yeah.
sounded right. Yeah. It was
All
Trump.
right.
It was Trumpy Trumpkin lattes. There he goes.
There he goes. Toilet paper on the
Oh,
heel.
that's embarrassing.
Like a real piece of, never mind.
Oh God!
Frank.
See, I knew there had to be.
I wanted to get one shot. Leave me alone.
Have we
That's
had
it.
a
He's like,
have we had a president lately that's been able to best the Air Force One stairs? I don't know. This is the last two
I
right
don't
now.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember Obama any incidents with the steps.
Did he have? He didn't have anything.
The only thing I remember is he forgot to salute at one point. He forgot to salute the guys at the bottom of the steps, the military.
Okay.
But other than that, he didn't tumble or stumble on them.
Can I just say something? And I'm going to go to the comments on this because I could be completely
go.
wrong. But I don't think it. I think George W. was the first president to start that shit because historically, the president of the United States does not salute military members.
oh really?
And you want to know why?
True. Why?
Because he's not in the fucking military. That's why. He's the commander in chief. He's not
He's
in
the
They
the
head of the
salute
military.
military. He's the head of the military.
He's not in the military.
Yeah, but they salute him.
I know, but we don't go around going like this to the military. I mean, we can.
Right.
There's certainly
But
nothing
he's
wrong
not
with
a
it.
civilian.
But it's not like in the military. If somebody salutes you, you gotta salute. There's a rules there, right?
Mm-hmm.
For civilians, it's not. The president of the United States is not in the military. He's, for all intents and purposes, a civilian.
Okay, so then there you go. He doesn't have to salute, I guess.
So historically, the president never saluted the military. Somebody, I think it was George W. that started it.
Yeah, it was probably
Really?
like
That's
a
kind of weird, right?
knee-jerk reaction to them
Yeah, it's
saluting him.
Yeah.
You know, you see someone salute you, it's probably just an instinct to just do it the same thing. Plus, W was in the military, I believe.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if that was part of it.
Imagine him in the military.
He used to be. Well, I don't know what branch or what he did. I think he was. I don't know. I don't know what he was in, but
You know what they say? Salute me once.
yeah, you can't salute me twice.
Okay, here we go.
love
I
that
just
clip.
Googled Obama Air Force One steps, and the first video that came up was Obama stumbles on Air Force
Oh,
One
okay.
steps.
I don't remember that.
What
but
is
there
all
you
these
go.
steps?
These steps, man.
I'm telling you, you can't beat the Air Force One steps.
We got to just maybe we just bring the plane lower and have them walk straight into the door.
It can't be
exactly.
done. Let's see. Whoop,
Oh,
yep.
all right. That wasn't too bad, but yeah. He recovered
He's a
nicely.
he's a little bit lighter on his feet. That one.
That's a sped up video. But yeah, he recovered nicely on that one.
Yeah, a little dip.
All right. Well, it
Either way.
happens.
What's
It
the
happens.
old Frankie C?
We'll see.
Oh,
This-
final
it's
topic.
this
Yeah,
old.
let's get to it. Final topic. This old Frankie C. Frank has done some
This is a
alleged
reference. Yeah, go ahead.
home improvements around his own house. This is what he was
Yeah,
telling
that's-
me.
So
This is-
basically,
This is
He
coming from
changed
the
the light bulb.
this
you
is
would think.
coming from the guy who bought the sink thing. He's talking to
Right.
me about the home. He said something to the. I'll let him go ahead.
Well, it wasn't really home improvement as much as it was repairs. So this old Frankie C, for people who don't know the reference, is referring to This Old House, the home improvement show. So what I did was the back door to my house, the latch. You know when you close the door and you got to turn the thing and the latch. I had to replace the whole thing because we broke
Can
it.
you stop using such technical terms because I feel like you're losing the
Latch.
lay people.
Latch is the term.
Go ahead.
And thing. It's the latch thing. So I had to unscrew that whole thing with the door. There were like 3 parts to it. I had to order new parts. I screwed it into. They're complicated parts too. There's the handle, the latch, and the thing that goes into the wall that it latches to. I had
Right.
to take it all out and screw new ones back in, but it wasn't like the right size, so I had to reshape it and move it to the right angle. So I fixed that.
That's what she
Fixed
said.
the back. I fixed the back door.
That's what she said.
I know. I was setting you up for that one. Then the bathroom sink was clogged. So this was an adventure because we used Drano. Nothing. Didn't work. As soon as you turn the sink on, the thing would fill up and nothing was going through.
Let me guess. It was
Maybe
a possum.
stop masturbating into the sink. Maybe
Oh.
okay.
Also,
Or it's probably that.
yeah.
So I go to Home Depot.
Have you looked into the fact that maybe a possum is masturbating into your sink?
I have not ruled that out.
Okay.
It is definitely a possibility. But I went to Home Depot. I picked out the snake thing that you have to put down there. What?
The snake, probably one of the grossest things in the world to use.
It is. It is really gross.
Well, it wasn't like one of those plumber snakes that it's a huge machine with the hose. No, it was like a 3-foot long piece of metal, and at the end of it, you could press the button at the top, and a little claw comes out, and it could grab whatever's at the end.
Okay.
So I go to the sink, and of course, the stopper is stopping me from getting the thing into the sink. So I had to take the stopper out and rip that whole thing apart.
Whew, thank God you got past that point. Whew.
So I get past that. Then I feed the snake through, and I'm not getting to this part where it's stuck. So I have to go underneath, and I literally took the pipes apart. Okay, so you're talking about I had to go under the sink and unscrew all the pipes, and then feed the snake through into the wall, and I get a piece of the clog, and it pulls out this nasty, like the size of the size of a mouse. Like it was this big.
It's hair.
Yeah, clog and everything. So I pull that out. I put everything back together. I have buckets of water, everything. I'm testing everything out. I put everything back together. I turn the sink on. It starts to fill up, right? And then all of a sudden, one of the best feelings in the world. And if you've ever done any kind of sink repair, this was like an orgasm. All of a sudden, the sink fills up, and all of a sudden you hear, and it's just.
Yes, I've done that before. Yes,
empties.
I know exactly what you mean. It feels so good.
It was like an accomplishment that the sink just you could hear the clog move out.
I unclogged the sink,
and I was like, yes.
You know what? You're ready to run up Air Force One. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'll take those steps. I will take those steps. Give me 2 sets of stairs. So I did that. What else did I do? Those are the 2 major things. I don't think there was anything else. I'm looking around. I got the sink thing set up. And that's basically it. So those are my 2 big accomplishments. I did it all in one day.
All by yourself?
All by myself. Well, Erin helped a little bit. Like she helped me. Can you bring me this? Can you bring me that? She brought me like the buckets and some paper towels and stuff.
So she was your apprentice. Okay.
Kind of. So, but it felt good to kind of do it myself. Because Erin was like, should we get a plumber? I don't know how deep this thing is. The clog and everything. I was like, no, I'm going to get it. $5. Got a snake from Home Depot. Took apart the drain. Bloop. Rather than call a plumber for however many bucks,
There's so much to unpack here. I just don't know if we have the time.
No, we don't.
What do you want to unpack?
I just
felt a sense of accomplishment. It was nice.
I would love to.
Frank?
Thank you. See? That is what you call a supportive friend.
Yeah.
This one is looking for a way to make fun of me.
No.
Frank, he doesn't have to look hard enough, though. No, I'm just kidding.
I just want to know. I would love to have heard, because you quoted your wife there saying, "Should we get a plumber?" And I want to know. I would love to hear her say that, because I'm sure it was more like the way my wife says things, like, "Should we get a plumber?" Like,
no, she had faith that I could do it. She had faith, but she didn't know because I said the snake that I had, it wasn't reaching the clog. So she was like, should we get the next step is a plumber? I was like,
but
no,
did she
no,
expect you to fail at this, as most of us who know you would expect you to fail at it?
Right. I kind of expected me to fail at it. I was getting frustrated. And then I ripped the pipes out of the bottom of the sink, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting this stupid thing. And the bitch of it was, you get like, I got the snake down the pipe, and then, it turns, the pipes go like this, and it hits a certain point where you can't go anymore because it hits.
That's
like
what she said.
It hits like a lip in the pipe. Yeah.
That's what she said to Wood, to just correct you.
Okay. So it hits the lip in the pipe, and you can't push the snake anymore. But then I rammed it home. You're welcome.
Janine literally has something covering her mouth because she can't get through this story.
And I got that son of a bitch and clog out of there, and it was a great feeling.
Janine looks like Roger Rabbit now when they're doing shave and a haircut.
Excellent reference.
Actually, Frank, my sink is kind of getting a little cloggy. Do you want to come unclog it?
I don't know. Is it the start of a porn or what's happening
here? Is that
here?
an innuendo? What are we talking about?
I mean, no, really. My bathroom sink
actual
downstairs.
sink is clogged? I'm sure a guy could handle that.
No, I don't even need him. I like to do it. I don't like to go with the snake, but I like to like drain
Why are you
it.
so? What's wrong with the snake?
No, that's disgusting. To get that hair. No, I
The
can't.
clog
I
is
can't.
bad, but the snake itself.
Yes. Yeah. I just knowing what comes out of that snake. No, that grosses me out.
I think we finally found our bet for Janine. Next time we make a bet.
Unclog a drain.
Yeah, drain hair.
Oh God, no.
Just get drain hair in front of her.
No.
And this drain hair was all goopy because it had like the Drano on it. It was like slimy.
That's disgusting.
Oh, it was good.
So it's
good
exactly
stuff.
the consistency of jism.
Sure.
Speaking of, I have a friend who thinks that every time a guy goes in the shower, he masturbates. So whenever her boyfriend's friends come over, her husband's friends come over, and they're a male, she always says to them, "Okay, but please don't masturbate in my shower if you have to shower."
That's a
Who the
weird
hell
thing
is
to
this
say.
crazy friend?
You know
guys,
her too.
Guys shower.
Listen, guys,
No,
I'd
she-
like to have you up to the house for the weekend to stay over. We'll have some chips. We'll watch the game. Just don't masturbate in my shower.
There are a few rules.
Exactly. No, she has said, like, there's no doubt in my mind, every time a male takes a shower, he masturbates. So anytime someone comes into my home, male, he is not, I will tell him beforehand, he cannot masturbate.
That's a
I gotta
weird
know
thing.
who this is, so I can
Yeah,
mess
I
with
kind of got to know who this is too.
I'll tell you after.
Are they on our text chain?
Whoa.
No, no. This has got to
After.
be one of Janine's other friends.
We know this
No,
person?
it's not.
It's
Yeah,
not
you
one of
do.
the others.
Nope.
This person's on our text chain.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's a weird thing. I don't. By the
You
way,
know what?
think
She
that
listens to this podcast too, so I hope she laughs her ass off.
I don't think that that's
Disgusting.
necessarily true though. I like it's not even close to being true.
That's not even close. Guys go into the shower to shower most of the time. I don't know where this person got that from.
Even the act in the shower can be kind of complicated because water is not necessarily a great, what's the word I'm looking for here? Lubricant. Yeah.
No, it's difficult.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of room.
Also
Frank,
true.
how much room do you need?
I need.
How wide is your shower? He's like,
I need like a huge shower. I need
God.
seats. I need.
What do you ski?
He does
Yes.
with two dudes.
Hey. One time that happened. No.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to say to people, Janine.
Yeah. What is with your
well,
friend?
I know, but you know what? I kind of get where she's coming from. I do.
No.
Because
Why?
I could see it. I could see it.
Every time a guy, if it happens once in 1,000 times, that's a lot.
Frank, you don't masturbate in the shower?
No. I shower.
Anthony's
in the
not
shower.
answering because he's like, don't ask me.
In the
I
sink?
shower.
In the sink?
Oh, in the sink, yeah. But not in the shower. No, I'm kidding.
Come on.
That was a joke.
So my look of
No,
disgust.
I don't know where
Showers
that
are showering.
I don't know
Actually, I have
where
more respect for you now.
that started in the shower. I feel like that's a myth. Like I feel like that just doesn't really
It
happen.
doesn't happen. Tell your friend to stop worrying about it.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no truth to that.
Now in the garage or the shed.
Ew.
Yes.
The attic.
Definitely in the attic.
Fam, you do it while you're looking at your neighbor.
I don't even
That
get
was
that
addressed to
reference.
you. I don't get it either, but
I'm thinking of, well, she don't listen to the show, right?
Who?
your neighbor?
She's a bit elderly.
Who, my neighbor? Oh, I thought you were talking to Frank.
Oh, no.
My neighbor that cops a feel and harasses me every time that I see her.
Yes.
Does she really?
She's in her
If
late
she
80s.
said to you, one day she meets you out in your garage, she knows your wife is out, and she says to you, Anthony, I just want to feel the touch of a man. I will jerk you off.
Mhm.
would you, and we don't have to tell your wife, what would you say? You probably would say yes, right?
No, I would
What's wrong with
never
you?
listen
What
to
is
me.
going on with
Lies.
this line of
The both of you.
questions?
No, I want
Both of
this to
you
be
lies.
clear. I would never, ever, ever say yes to that with no monetary value attached. That is
Exactly.
just
That's
100%.
an insult.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, I don't need
great.
an old lady doing that for me. But if she was offering some money and I could put the kids through college, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
Anthony,
make
I'm
it-
going to give you $100 for this.
No, it would be
Just
more
let
than
me
that.
beat your meat. Let me beat your meat.
It would be way more than that.
That's a little ridiculous.
You really think that wow,
What do you
women,
think guys do?
I
What the
have
hell?
such a different opinion of men. Like, it's so crazy off. It's so strange.
Oh,
It
God.
is so strange.
I'm getting a little.
I'm not the one with the shower. Suggestion.
I think I know who it is too.
You do?
I think I do. I'm narrowing it down to the people that we know
Right.
that's not on the text chain.
After we get off this, you'll tell me. I'm gonna see if you're right.
All right.
Is that a Dunkin' Donuts that you got there, Janine?
Yes.
Okay, let me just, because again, I like to take people down when they need some down taken, but I will give Dunkin' Donuts credit. Whatever eco-friendly straws that they have switched to are phenomenal.
They're
Really?
better than the ones. Yeah.
The papery
They are
ones
better.
that get all gross and disgusting, these are like plasticky papery ones.
Yeah, they're plastic. They're not
And
like.
they break down. They're like biodegradable or whatever.
Yes.
I'm pretty
Cool.
sure. I don't think you can legally do that
you have it?
in America anymore.
Are you using one?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, put that up to the camera there,
It's one of
Janine.
them,
Let everybody, yeah, it's like this blue. Yeah, that's why I recognize it.
Wow. So it is. It looks plastic. It feels plastic.
Yes.
Hold
And
on.
It's better.
Yeah, it does feel plastic. I just like to look at Frank's
That's
face.
the only way you know how to feel if something's plastic is that.
That's
All right.
the only way.
It's the only way to do it.
Let's leave it there. Don't forget, merch available at the store. Link in the description, or just go directly to shopanthonyonair.com, or you can click the link at anthonyonair.com that has links to everything else. Links where to listen to the podcast, where to watch the podcast if you're on the other side of that. The Clips channel, everything. It's all right up there at anthonyonair.com. You guys got anything else? You good?
I am great.
Janine's got plastic to get to. Frank's got a shower to get to. We'll catch you guys on the next one.